hold on. Cut.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Dog, you have a photographer? Cut. Stop. Wait, hold on. He said photographer and just like rolled by it like that's normal.
He said my
photographer. This is 2021, man. Everybody has a photographer these days.
Goose, you have a photographer?
Time to change. He has a photographer.
These old heads hating.
The guy that opens the garage.
Old heads hating.
Hey, Bees, honestly, when you're a pretty light-skinned guy like me,
all three of y'all, see?
You know,
I always gave on the dark-skinned brothers.
You gotta stay ready.
Shit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Crack Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Crack Podcast. I'm so happy to be here with my hosts, Damarcus, Beasley, and Oguchi, Onyewu. My name is Mabricio Mookie Wilson, and we're just blessed to be here, man. How you guys feeling today?
Short and sweet intro. I'm liking it, so I'm good.
Yes.
Remind me to change that up next week.
Nah, keep it short and sweet.
Anything you guys like, I can't do that same thing. I gotta switch it up. Bees,
the last intro last season, it took 2 minutes of the show. You did all the sirens and the clapping and all that. I know you're gonna do it right now. Yeah, see, there you go.
By the time we finish the intro, people are like, all right.
Yeah, see.
But listen, the first season you have to let people know, because listen, I'm proud of my brothers. I want to make sure that people know, your accomplishments and where they are and who they're listening to. So it's very important for me. But I will go back to that. So to don't get too comfortable, But Bees, I see you growing your hair.
Damn, on my face. What? Just because I ain't got a shape up in a while. It's all good though. I still look good. I got, huh?
Are you growing it to kind of transplant it, or how's that going to work?
B, just asking why he's wearing a hat.
Yeah, can you answer that question, please?
I don't have a haircut. That's when you have hair and you cut it. That's my problem. That's my problem.
Come on, man. Y'all don't like the bald man is sexy. You know that?
Pause.
Hey, Goose, don't worry about it. Your hairline coming. I see it creeping in the corners a little bit, man. That's how B started.
I got more hair now than when I was playing. So stop it. Okay, that's fact.
I'll tell you that is true though. The first part to go is right here, right on the corner.
That little corner.
That one when you were like 19 though.
High school.
Come on, dog. You gotta give me a couple more years than that, bro. Give me a couple more years. But that's the first to go. The corners. Just keep going back and back, and then you get the little ball spot, like a cul-de-sac.
Did you ever use
the cul-de-sac in the middle? No.
Did you ever use the powder to like?
Nah, I didn't care. I was ready to go.
Gucci, thinking about it, aren't you?
Are you thinking about it?
I can't. I have straight hair. I can't use no powder. That ain't gonna work for
powder.
me.
No, they got straight hair powder now.
Straight hair powder now too.
I tell you one thing. I was cool when I had to go full bald.
Bald, yeah.
I ain't had no struggle.
Bees is a liar.
There was no struggle.
You're a liar, dude. For 3 years, you were trying to make that hairline work.
That's what I'm. But I'm telling you, it just got my fade just kept getting lighter. Just kept getting lighter. But I'm just saying when I first cut my hair all the way bald, I was cool with it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like, oh man, I can't. I got to keep going. I got my hairline way back. You know what I'm saying, in the middle of my head, right by the peanut. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I wasn't gonna do that. Nah. I was straight.
You didn't want no 5 head.
I just want to ask you a question, Bees. When last time you sat in the barber chair?
Ooh, man. I want to say it was probably when I was at Rangers. No joke.
That long ago?
Yeah, that long ago. Because I remember going to my homie, like he's I think in the west side of Glasgow, and I don't remember getting my hair cut in Germany. Obviously, definitely not
Mexico,
anywhere else. Because I was bald. Yeah, Mexico, no.
Yeah.
Mexico, no. Even when I came back for the national team, I wasn't using the barber then either. So
Hey, Goose, that means we can get a loan because he had to save a lot of money all those years.
Word.
That is true.
Oh, man, listen, I'm so excited. We have our little brother joining us today, Mr. Weston Mckennie. He's be tuning in all the way from Torino in Italy. If you don't know who Weston Mckennie is, he is the center midfielder for U.S. men's national team as well as a center midfielder for Juventus. Gooch made fun of me. I always say Juventus, but it's Juventus. And he'll tune in a little bit later. But before we get it started, I just want to get a chance to shout out our sponsor. A round of applause for our sponsor. You know, since the Champions League, you know, a lot of my friends, they call me and text me trying to get my point of view and my opinion, my expertise opinion on these games. And because everybody's betting now, it's legal, especially here in New York City. And, you know, Bees, when last time, you know, I know you're a gambler and you roll the dice, but have you ever betted on a game?
Stop lying. Stop lying. You say that because you know I ain't no damn gambler. I like my little pennies that I got. You know, I'm not a gambler. I don't gamble really. I'm the dude that go to the casino, take out $100, maybe $2, and if I lose that, it's a wrap for the whole trip.
For the whole
not
trip.
For that day, the whole trip.
Well, Gooch, I already know you too cheap to gamble, but I think I'm going to start gambling, man. I think that I'm tired of my friends. I just see my friend build half his house, right? I won't call his name out. Gambling money. Off of me. Bees, the man don't even play soccer. He said, yo, this soccer thing's a win. He texts me every Premier League, MLS, even the Bundesliga, Champions League, texts me, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? What do you think about this? And he's winning, and I don't get 10%, 5%. So he bought a new house recently, so I go over there. You know, it's a fixer-upper. I say, yo, nice deck. Oh, yeah, that's that gambling money. Oh, you redid your backyard? Yeah, that's that gambling money.
Yeah, it's that gambling money.
Oh, man. Big shouts to him, but also big shouts to Bet Online, who's sponsoring today's show. Bet Online is the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your sports action. Bet Online has you covered for all the news, scores, and odds. It's the best way to place your bets, and it's free to sign up. Head to the website, betonline.ag, or use your mobile device to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, your online sportsbook experts. All right, so listen.
Hey, Goose, real talk. Hey, real talk. You remember when we used to play craps with the U17 team?
I used to take all your money.
Yeah, right. Yo, I introduced craps, you know, saying to our U17. I don't know if we talked about this on another show.
Yeah, we did.
I think we spoke about it.
We did. Oh, okay. That brought back some
memories. Bees a hustler.
Yeah, I was hustling everybody money.
Yo, Bees, you said this is U17 residency. You said you had to take everybody money. Whoever.
Yeah, man. I ain't had no money back then. I need some money. I need some. I need to buy the new Jordans back then, yo.
You know what? Champions League obviously is among us. We're in the semifinals. Exciting times. I also want to mention Europa because people don't talk about Europa enough, as well as my boys Arsenal.
Only because it's Arsenal. Today.
But and Manchester United, another big club that people love, who's in it as well, is also Roma, another big major club out of Italy. But fellas, you know, we had a conversation recently about Pulisic and Christian having some adversity at Chelsea. And I was very, very, very scared that with a new coach and they're starting to win with him coming off the bench, that he would not have an opportunity to kind of rekindle or get back his starting position. But I just want to say big up to Christian because my man came through with a crucial goal against Real Madrid, 1-1 in the first leg. And I just said you have to give the roses and praises to this kid because you know, he faced a lot. You know, the injuries, dealing with COVID, dealing with a new coach.
I'm gonna stop Mookie right now because this man's a fair weather fan. He was the first one that said Tuchel wouldn't put him on. He's gonna keep him on the bench. And me and you, Bees, we both said, nah, he's got quality. He's gonna play. He's gonna play. Now all of a sudden, this man wants to throw roses at his feet. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Hey, Gooch. First thing, you gotta turn your mic up.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Is it up now?
Yeah,
yeah, there we
perfect.
go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, listen. I never said
that was his response. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
No, I never said negatively that Chris is not a good player. I brought up situations that he has to face, and I was concerned. Right? We all express here we're big Christian Pulisic fans. Right? We want the kid to win. But I was bringing up situations that I felt that it's going to be tough for him to kind of, to overcome, and Bees, you got to admit, right? You're in a top team like Chelsea and they're winning games and you're coming off the bench and they're being successful. It's very hard to try to convince the coach to switch up the starting 11 and to trust you in the Champions League game semifinals.
Yeah, true. But it's all about taking the opportunity when you get it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was getting, 10 minutes here, 20 minutes here. But I said this in a past show, in those 15, 20 minutes he was playing, he was the best player on the field. Yeah. Best player on the pitch. You know what I'm saying? And he was showing that, he deserved the spot, at some point, glad he got it, sooner rather than later. Now you're seeing what Chris can do when he's fit, confident, and, running at people in form, doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was, a bright spot. Or he is a bright spot and almost one of the best players, for Chelsea. And that's no disrespect for the other players on Chelsea that have been, had the experience and playing in the Champions League and all these teams for many, many years. But Christian is that guy at this moment.
He is that guy.
But I will say, you know what I'm saying? Can I say something about, him? I mean, it wasn't a tall feat, him passing, 4 goals in the Champions League. It's not. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a tall feat, brother. No, that's a tall feat, man. Listen.
I mean, it was like, everybody's like, hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie. I read some of the comments on the and it's like, dang, 4 goals to finally beat.
And those guys can't even score in the kitchen against their mother. But listen, if you don't know that Damarcus Beasley had 4 goals in Champions League, is my correct?
Yeah, well, but I want to say, how come qualifying goals don't count in the Champions League?
That's weird.
Because I should have, it ain't much, but I should have 6.
2 goals count.
It's Champions League.
It's Champions
so
League.
it should be 6.
That would mean you still have the record.
Yeah.
Christian Pulisic just scored his 5th goal in the Champions League and just surpassed, because Marcus Beasley was the number 1 American to score goals in the Champions League. I think you had who else on that list? Jermaine Jones,
Weston
McKennie,
Sasha. I think was on there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it was up to Gooch, not only the qualifying but also friendlies would be would be on that list.
But yeah, true. That is very true.
Didn't you say those are the comments from the guys that can't score in men's league?
Yes. I can't score in men's league. I can't score.
I'll accept it.
But talking about men's league, I mean, the biggest problem with the Champions League, people are saying that with the 1-1 with Chelsea going back, I think home to play, is that without fans, it really doesn't matter anymore, right? The away goals, especially when you have a draw. What you guys predict in the second leg of the Chelsea Real Madrid? I need a score and prediction, since we're gamblers and bettors now. I need a score and prediction, starting with Gooch.
I think Chelsea did well to get that away goal. Is it really an away goal? Because it wasn't at their home field, Real Madrid. They're playing at a second. They're not playing in their stadium.
Yeah, but it's still in Real Madrid. It's at the training facility.
It's still in Spain.
It's not their home stadium. It's not.
Oh my!
Did I say it wasn't in Spain? Did I say it wasn't in the training ground?
I mean,
did I say
a neutral? It's not neutral.
You haven't let me speak.
Yeah, thank you.
You haven't let me speak. Like I said, it wasn't their home playing field. Now, am I wrong? You making all these grimaces. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Go.
I can't. Can you please turn his image off so I can finish this?
As soon as you turn your mic up.
Anyway, they did well for that, right? I think the next week, the second leg is going to be amazing. You can never count Real Madrid out. I think Hazard's going to have a game next week. And I predict 1-0 Madrid.
Woo!
I like that. I'm just going short and sweet. I'm saying it's 1-1. They go into extra time, and I think Real Madrid nick it at the end. I mean, I like it. Yeah. Huh?
Penalties?
Yeah. Well, no. I think they're gonna score in extra time. Yeah. That's my prediction. You?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's very hard to go against Real Madrid, right? Chelsea's playing phenomenal, but I'm going to go opposite of you guys because Chelsea showed me something in the first 45 minutes. First 25 minutes, sorry, that they are dangerous and attacking. And I'm going to jump on a limb and say Chelsea wins 1-0 at home to go through. They will fight to the end. They will fight to the end to protect that one goal, and that goal will come in the first half, at the end of the first half.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then from there on, nobody will ever talk about Hazard again at Chelsea. It would just be Christian Pulisic. It will be his team. It will be his era, you know? And
I don't mind that outcome, to be fair. If Christian makes everybody forget Hazard, that'd be amazing. You know?
And he gets to the final and he wins it. That'd be huge. Not just only for him, but for U.S. soccer, for the image, for us, our growth as a country, seeing an American, probably arguably the best player on Chelsea, the most important player in this moment right now, get to the final, and play, and most likely he'll start.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was talking about Alphonso Davies the other year, winning with Munich, and how he's probably the most memorable player in CONCACAF. And now if Christian does this, leapfrog.
Great point.
Yeah.
CONCACAF. Who?
CONCACAF. We coming.
We coming, man. Guys, everybody wants to know what we think about the Super League, but obviously that has, I don't want to say died, because I don't believe it's dead. Gucci, believe it's dead? I think it's just it's just sick. It's going in the hospital, and they're going to find a way to bring it back to life. What's your thoughts on the Super League and it coming to play?
I personally see both sides, owners and fans, and et cetera, et cetera. I think that it's on a hiatus right now. I think it's going to return in some iteration in the future. This was just a glimpse of their ideas, and now they just need to amend it to be more palatable to the public. So I do feel that something's going to come, whether it be in a year, 2 years, 3 years, but something's going to happen. I
don't know. I think it's going to be hard to come back from this. They dropped the ball on a lot of different things, not just only inviting the so-called the top teams in Europe. I don't see how they can come back from this. I don't know. I don't think any club that, or any Super League talk, all clubs are going to be a little bit hesitant to join any other competition other than obviously what we have now, Champions League and Europa League.
You think UEFA and FIFA will be as upset if that league were like, we'll give you a kickback?
Exactly, Gooch hit on the head again.
But then, I mean that's getting into the weeds. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but obviously, we all know UEFA, that governing body is all about money. It's all about money. And as soon as you hurt their pockets, it's a problem. But if you put in, like Gooch just said, you put some money in their pockets, whether that's TV revenue or any of whatever they can do, or even like a flat fee. Like, okay, you let us have this league, but we're gonna give you, say, 5% off rip, or just give them a flat check. Be like, here's $100 million.
You see how you're changing your tone real quick?
No. I'm just saying. But that's what they are about money. But no, I don't think there's any coming back from that.
I thought it was interesting, obviously, the uproar from Europe, right, and the UK and the fans. But to hear American fans oppose it, for me, that was kind of interesting and hypocritical in a sense. You know what I mean? Because our structure of soccer really reflects what they were trying to do in terms of there's no promotion, there's no relegation, teams stay where they are without going down or losing money, etc. So for me, from the American side, I was like, what do they care? They don't have a horse in the race, right? What do you guys think about that?
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, I think you hit it on the head. I think the problem is that people feel that since they're American owners out there, that they feel that they're kind of corrupting the game of football. But you have to realize throughout the world, they look at the owners in the NFL, MLS, and Major League Baseball, and they say, listen, that's how we should have done it in terms of as a money making. While these teams don't have to worry about getting relegated, these teams don't have to worry about even being successful. They share profits, right? And I think that's what they're trying to, they're saying to save football, because Real Madrid, these Manchester United, Barcelona, they're all in debt. And not just from COVID, before COVID. The players are more expensive.
Well, they operate in debt.
They operate in debt.
They operate in debt. They've been continuously operating in debt because of they're betting on what they're going to generate. Either making a Champions League
that's how the football model was started, right? The owners were initially people who had love for the city, had a passion for the game, and they were the richest ones in the area. They might have owned like the factories or they owned the mills, and they did it as a way of a community. They did it as a way of passion. So it wasn't really about making money. Now that has changed through generations and through time. So I can't really fault them, but I hate it. Right. That's why we complain about MLS having playoffs, and you're going to eventually see that's the model, right? It's to have the same teams, no matter what, win or lose, and then you have a playoff situation. So that's why I feel like eventually it's going to happen, because at the end of the day, guys, it comes down to money. So it's just no way around it, and it's sad.
I mean, I'm gonna be the stubborn old guy. I don't want to see change as far as, I mean, obviously there's some things that could change, and we don't got to go into detail about, European football. But I'm not a fan of the playoffs, and I know it hypes up the fans and, you guys won game and this and that, but I like the European model. I like put more emphasis on the league, regular season. You know what I'm saying? And I've said before, not in a strong way, but I've, tweeted out a couple of things that I'm all for, promotion and relegation, if it could work in this country, so for me, it's something that I wouldn't want Europe to adapt to the USA model. I'd rather for us to adapt the European model. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Well, listen, talking about adapting, we have to speak on, and praising Americans, we have to speak on Jesse Marsch being confirmed as the head coach of RB Leipzig, right? The Champions League, Bundesliga squad. That's huge. I give a round of applause for Jesse, man. I mean, coming all the way from Chicago and Princeton, New Jersey, to be a head coach of the Bundesliga, and he kind of surpassed, I would think, I would love you guys' opinion of his mentor, Mr. Bradley. Coach Bradley. Gooch, you're the person who, I know how much you love Bundesliga, and B's a person who played in the Bundesliga. Do you think he'll be successful? And what do you guys have to say about that?
One, I'll say, Beasley, did you ever think one of your former teammates was going to end up coaching?
I did. But hey, things can happen. You gotta dream, and things can happen. So happy for him.
I think he found himself in a great situation with Red Bull brand, because they always be promoting from within the organization, right?
Consistent.
He went from New York to Austria. He's really going up the pecking order. And you see other individuals from the Red Bull brand even coming over to our Red Bull here in the States, et cetera. So I like that. I like how that brand likes to promote from within. I think that Jesse in Europe has gained a lot of respect, not just from a coaching's perspective, but from their players. From what I've heard, and I've never been coached by him, but from the reports that I've heard, that they truly look at him as a top coach, not just an American coach, right? And I think that's important that he gained that respect in such a short period of time. So congrats to him, man. It's awesome. I think he did essentially surpass Bob in regards to his
success.
No, not success, but respect factor in Europe, right? Because Bob, he went to Swansea. Before Swansea was in France and all these other places. But once he went to Swansea, it almost kind of erased everything higher in Europe. So I think Jesse has just been on a upward trajectory, and I think he leapfrogged Bob in that regard.
Yeah, this thing with Bob's situation in Swansea, he didn't get any backing. Right. He didn't get a transfer window. If I'm correctly, he didn't get the next coming transfer window for him to kind of solidify how he wanted to change the group in his way. With regard to Jesse, I think he's, to kind of piggyback what Gooch said, he's proven himself. It's not just, they do lift up within the motto of Red Bull. RB, I think he's supposed to say, but he's proven himself. If he wasn't a coach that has done the things that Gooch mentioned and yourself, Mook, that you guys mentioned, he wouldn't be offered this job.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So he's done what has been asked of him and beyond. And now he's going to a big club, Champions League club, and a chance to win the Champions League, not just, be a spectator. He has a chance to win the Bundesliga. He has a chance to win the Champions League. They're always going to have a young, vibrant team. So he's familiar with the model, as you guys pointed out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good situation for him. And like people say, like Jesse was a former teammate, and he came to the national team a couple of times as assistant coach with Bob, but he always had that enthusiasm and that kind of desire, the passion of football. You see it in how he played, you see how he trained. And I have nothing but I don't have one bad word to say about Jesse. The way he's gone over to Europe and gotten respect, as Gooch said, not just from American people, but from the European eyes. And I think that's great for him and his family to move up the totem pole. And like I said, congratulations, Jess. Hopefully we speak soon, man. But yeah, we got to get you on the show. We got to get Jess on the show.
What I'm happy for is that he's going back to a club that he's familiar with as well, right? So you get his opportunity. He started as assistant coach over there, so you get an opportunity to kind of, be familiar with the journalists, be familiar with the city. So I think he'll be successful there. They're going to sell a lot of players this summer, so he'll have an opportunity to bring in his own players and spend some money. So maybe he'll turn around and buy Christian Pulisic or another player.
I think the most important thing is what Bees mentioned. Bob was lacking, which is support. I think he's going to be heavily supported by the club for his success, right? So he can succeed, and it's going to be amazing. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it. When I saw the news, I was like, nobody was really surprised, but you were excited for it, right? So yeah, it's amazing to see what's going to happen in the future.
And the great thing is that, the trailblaze, right? Now you have coaches in the United States who can look at him and say, listen, if he can do it, I can do it. Can you think on the top of your head, American coach here who's local? Or I can't think of too many who are coaching right now in Europe. But who do you think is next up? And another question is, can you see him coming back to coach the national team?
You want me to go? I'll go first, Gooch. And this might raise some eyebrows, but I see not just the next coach, but I think the way he wants to play, Greg Berhalter. Because if he gets a team and a squad that is accustomed to playing the way he wants to play, because a lot of a lot of teams don't play, or a lot of players don't play the way he wants to play. They're not comfortable playing that way. That's why sometimes it looks a little bit jaded. You know what I'm saying? But I think the way he wants to play can maybe fit some of the teams and clubs in Europe. So I think that if he has a good showing in this World Cup, we might not see him in 2026.
Wow.
I will say Greg's future success outside of this country is dependent on his current squad right now.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
If the U.S. don't do well, you can see him being locked down and coming back to an MLS squad. Facts. If they don't do well, the next coach I do see that would have a potential American, if he chose to leave, would be Jesse. That'd be a plug and play in regards to his stature, his success, and he's American, to keep that consistency. So if it's not Jesse as the next national team coach, or if the next coach to Europe isn't Greg, I'm kind of thinking now who's in the pipeline.
And he has said that he wants to coach the U.S. national team someday. Jesse, he has said in interviews. I don't know if he said it when I was on CBS, but he has said and mentioned.
Who I'm forgetting? Stevie, who's been coaching in Germany. Now he's moved here to the States. Stevie Cherundolo.
Yeah, big shout out to Stevie.
Shout out to Stevie. I've heard a lot of good stuff from him while he was coaching in Hanover. So I'm curious to see and interested to see how he's going to transition that now, being associated with LAFC and being the head coach of Vegas, and how that's going to manifest itself into something special for him. So that's a new young coach that we both played with, right? And love him as a player and a person. So I'm excited to see what he can do as a head coach.
Well, listen, fellas, talking about excited. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to bring on our guest, calling all the way from Italy.
Hey, tell Charles he can be on the show.
Team, our little brother, our partner, Our boy, Texas born. Let's get a big round of applause, please, for Mr. Weston Mckennie.
What's up, Wes?
What's up? No, what's up? What's up?
Hey, I told you, you can put Charles on the show. It's cool.
He over there talking now.
What's going on, man?
Not much, just chilling right now. Chilling.
Good to see you, brother.
You look tired. Y'all had training this morning?
Yeah, we had training this morning, but like they killed us the other day. We literally ran like a lot.
Without the ball?
Yeah, without the ball.
Oh man,
Jeez.
You should be used to that by now, man.
I don't miss them days.
I'm fit enough as it is.
Oh, okay.
But the amount of running you did in Germany, I'm sure, is worse.
Yeah, no. Honestly, like we don't run that often.
Yeah.
When we run, it's like not a short session of running. It's like we did 7 minutes of 100-meter runs. Like you have to get down there in 20 seconds, rest for 10 seconds, back 20. Then you did it again with 75 meters, another 7 minutes, and do it in 15 seconds.
I don't miss those days, boy.
Yeah. I remember. Hey, I remember in Germany when I was at Hanover. And at West, I want to see what you think when you was at Schalke. After the game, so we play a game Saturday, right? Probably day off Sunday, and then straight Monday, Tuesday, 2 days. We got training in the morning, afternoon. We got weights on. And I'm talking about the starters. I'm not talking about just I ain't talking about just the guys because I didn't play much in Germany. So I only played like 4 or 5 games. So I'm talking about the starters. And we talking about Bundesliga, all this nonsense. I'm talking about when the game ended on Saturday, and we had to come back for training on Monday. Everybody was in the gym. Everybody was running. Everybody was doing fitness.
The same thing here that just happened. Game Saturday, Sunday was free. Monday, everybody was on the pitch.
Yeah.
I don't mind being on the pitch. I remember when I had the opportunity to sign to a team in Germany. I asked Bees because he was at Hanover at the time. I said, "Yo, what do you think about Germany?" He was like, "Man, they make you do 5-mile runs after the game." I said, after the game? Yeah. I said 2 days after the game, you running in the forest? I said, nope.
Yeah. At Hanover, we had a pond. We do bike rides around the pond. We ran around the pond. It was tough.
I need my massage. I need my massage on day 2, my sauna on day 3, and then day 4. Now I'm getting back on the field. Yeah,
and just think how miserable I was. I wasn't playing at the time. You know what I'm saying? So it was even worse.
Running and not playing.
At least I had something. If I was playing, at least I had something to look forward to on the weekend. Get the game and play, blah blah blah. But dog, I wasn't playing.
Like no motivation at all.
Zero. Zero.
Weston. Parli italiani adesso o no?
Solo un po'. Più difficile.
Yeah, it's hard for you? What's
you see?
He's
trying to embarrass me on this day?
No.
Embarrass me?
That's what I gave you subtle stuff. I gave you something subtle. They got you in classes?
No, I don't have to do classes. The thing is, like at the team, like a lot of people speak English or Spanish. So I mean, I'm pretty good at Spanish anyway. So I speak more English and Spanish, and with the staff, I speak Italian, or I try.
We saw the memes of when the interviewer started Italian, and you were just like shell shocked.
I thought he was dead serious about just speaking straight to me, man. I was like, oh, nah.
Yo, Wes, before we start talking about life in Italy, man, and we can't get off of Germany. When I saw the fans chasing the Schalke players, I remember you telling me stories of how they would catch you guys in the parking lot. But did you see what happened and how you feel about Schalke facing relegation, man, and all the craziness that's going on over there?
No, I mean it's definitely I don't play there anymore, but it's a team that gave me my opportunity. It's a team that helped me become the player I am today. That took the chance on me, and to see them in a hard time and struggle, and not being able to really do anything about it, definitely is devastating. Also, I got most of my guys of my
boys,
family. My boys are there. The staff is there. The physios. Obviously the coaches come and go, but I kind of feel for them in that situation because, my last season that I was there wasn't, exactly the best last 6 months either. So I know what the struggle was like for that. I know the season from before fighting, not to be in relegation zone also.
Mhm.
So like, the feeling and the pressure that comes with it, and, just the constant harassment from the fans and, and everything. And like I said, I called a couple of my boys after that video came out of them, running through the parking lot.
Parking lot, yeah.
Bro, I called, the first thing I said, all jokes aside, but first thing I said, who are them two boys that were lightning fast in the front? Ow. Them boys were out. No. This ain't for me, bro.
I've never seen, even on the field, they run that fast. I said, yo.
Yeah, bro. But, it was crazy. Like, legit, one of my boys too at Serdar, I called him. He was like, yo, I was probably one of the smartest people. He was also one of the luckiest too, because, whenever you arrive to the training ground in the back, the bus doors open and the bus driver comes off, whatever. And, all the fans were just there. And that fool said he went to the door and saw everyone, with all the players coming off as well, and saw all the fans and started seeing them come closer. He went right back on the bus, went to the back and laid down in the back. But the door was still open.
Even when he hid.
Wow.
Nobody came on the bus.
Yeah, if them fans came onto the bus,
Yeah, he would have been over.
This man played dead like he saw a bear.
Gucci,
Just stop in the middle, like,
you left yet?
You guys looking for short shirt R? But yeah, and then he was saying that they were the eggs were thrown at him, rocks. I think he said the coach got hit in the head with a rock, started bleeding. They legit, three of the players had actually stayed, and kind of just stayed in front of the fans, even whenever they started chasing everyone. And they said, they left voice memos and groups and everything that got released. Yeah, we beat the crap out of Raleigh and this, that. And, Huntalar, we didn't do so much to him, but we still, pushed him around and stuff like that. They got one of the assistant coaches, which is a legend at Schalke, and started kicking him and hitting him on the ground.
You think they're going to be repercussions legally with the police or anything like that?
I don't think so, because all of them, they said that this was the crazy part about it, is because my boy was like, yeah, as soon as we pulled up, I knew it wasn't just going to be a normal talk, because he was like, all of them were wearing black masks with only the eyes and mouth cut out.
Gang ties.
Wow. That's some mafia shit right there.
Yeah, that's gang ties, man.
And he said that he overheard some of the guys saying we're gonna come back again after the Frankfurt game, because that's the next, I think, home game for them.
They ain't done. They ain't finished yet.
No, they basically threatened them listen, if you don't win, you get this every game.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was already after the game they got relegated, so that already happened. But they're literally just yo, we're he heard them talking between each other, we're coming back, and it's gonna be even worse next time.
You ain't gonna find me playing. That happened to me, something similar in Belgium. I think it was my second or third year, and we failed in a playoff run to qualify for Europa League the next year. So we lost to Genk in a 2-game playoff. We got back to the stadium. We're in the locker room getting our stuff to get back in our car and go home. And somebody runs in and yo, the fans are here. And me, this is my second, third year in Europe. I'm like, what do you mean the fans are here? All of a sudden, you hear windows being broken. They broke into the training grounds. So we're like, oh? And so for me, I was like, all right, everybody's flipping out. I went and got a broomstick. I was like, all right, well, if they get in here, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'm going to sweep them away.
I'm that's the only thing you can have in the locker room. That's the only weapon we had. I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. Anyway, they came in and they started cussing at us, and I'm like, "Yo, what's your problem?" They ended up not doing anything besides breaking and throwing fire on the roof and they lit on fire, whatever. But that was my first in-person experience about like passionate fans. Like they don't give a damn. They'll hurt you. They'll love you today, and they'll knock your head off tomorrow if it doesn't go the right way. So seeing that Schalke video, I was like, yeah. For how long y'all have been up in the first division, now they have to like, I can't imagine the rage.
And they're honestly like blessed that there's no fans at the games, because
they've been worse.
It's not like other stadiums like where, you know, there's probably like a parking garage down under the stadium or something. Like where the fans walk on the outside around the stadium is where, like, whenever we leave the stadium, we have to walk that way too. So fans can literally wait down. Like there's no other way of you getting to your car by avoiding the ring of walk.
Yeah. Wow. That's intense, man.
Next season.
That's intense.
Yeah.
What's you know, you get the chance of your life to come to Juventus, major transfer, major opportunity, and then COVID hits. You know, coming to a new country, new city, new team, had to be a tough adjustment for you, man. How did you deal with that? And who helped you?
Some of you guys have met me in person already. You know, I'm very outgoing. I'm not a shy person at all. I'm very open, and that's kind of how I took it. You know, I like a challenge. I like having competition. I like new environment, you know, seeing new things. Bees can probably speak on this as well. Like, you know, as much as I love my time in Germany, there's a certain time limit you can really, you know, be there. And I was ready for change. I was ready for a new city. I was ready for, you know, new environment.
Yeah.
And so I embraced it. I took on the challenge, you know, running and I got here and it was everything that I could have, you know, hoped for.
And I say that because I know Italy is one of the hardest hit countries, you know, during the pandemic. So I just know that, you know, we suffered here, but I know Italy was no joke, you know, and that can been scary, also frustrating, you know, for you at your age.
Yeah. No, like whenever I first got here, obviously, you know, as a younger person and going to a new country and having no one there, no family, no nothing, like you kind of depend on that social outing, social activities outside, going to restaurants, meeting waiters, meeting, you know, restaurant, meeting people just out in general. And I couldn't really rely on that when I came here, you know, and as like my teammates, like everyone is practically literally like in a relationship or you know, has a family or something. So, you know, even the guys that are younger than me are
locked up.
Yeah, they're locked up. So it's like I literally don't have anyone that can just like come over and chill at my house. Yeah. You know, I have my chef Patrick that literally like he comes here at like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock after training, and he stays here until like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. sometimes, just chilling with me. And now I have my photographer Devin from LA. He's out here. He lives with me as well now. So now it's like, you know, people don't really understand how much of an influence that can have on like a player, you know, having someone there,
especially who's social like yourself.
Wait, hold on. Cut. Stop.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
No, you have a photographer? Cut. Stop. Wait, hold on. He said photographer and just like rolled by it like that's normal.
He said my
photographer. This is 2021, man. Everybody has a photographer these days.
Gucci, did you have a photographer?
Time to change. He has a photographer.
These old heads hating.
The guy that opens the garage.
Old heads hating.
Hey, Bees, honestly, when you're a pretty light-skinned guy like me,
see, all three of y'all, see?
You know,
I always gave on the dark-skinned brothers.
You gotta stay ready.
Yeah. Hey, I lost my hair when I was like 23, so I couldn't have no photographer, yo.
Listen, man, that is hilarious, man. But yeah, listen, B, that's new times, though, brother.
Yeah, new times.
You don't have to be a player for Juventus to have a photographer. You know, I know some guys out here who play in the rec league and they got a photographer coming to the games to sit on the gram. You know what I mean? So before going further, man, how's the family doing? How's Mama Dukes? Everybody's chilling?
No, everyone's good. You know, same old, same old. Everyone's going to work. Everyone's coming home. Everyone's, back, a couple months ago experienced COVID the same way.
Yeah.
So everyone's doing good.
Texas don't care. Bees can tell you, Texas don't care. They opened up. They do what they want to do.
That's why I'm excited to go home.
Yeah.
Straight up. When you gonna get a chance to go home after the season?
So I have like a whole rundown, lined up of my vacation.
Right.
So I have May 30th. I have a national team game in Switzerland with the U.S. And then after that, I'm completely free. I go to Spain, go to Mexico, go back to Texas, and then hit Florida.
That's it. Dang.
Well, speaking of these U.S. games and your schedule and everything, I want to hear from one of the people that are ground zero in this new age of national team. Like, how do you guys feel? Do you feel any pressure right now going into qualifying after what happened last time?
I think honestly, it's kind of like,
be real, man. Don't give me those.
No. I'm being completely real. I mean, because I'm a really crappy liar, anyways. It's one of those things like you feel pressure, but at the same time, you don't, because I think with the players that we have now, most of them play at high quality clubs where they feel that pressure day in and day out. So it's one of those things where you're kind of, at your daily clubs, these guys are being built for that situation, built for those moments, and built for those type of games. So of course, yeah, any person that says they don't is lying. You get butterflies before the game, of course, but as soon as that whistle blows, you know what your job is, you know what you got to do. And I'm pretty confident in the guys, that we have and the guys that will come into camp.
You think anybody's playing with the residue of not qualifying last round in the back?
No, I mean, of course, that's always going to be in the back of people's minds. I think that's in the back of every American soccer fan's mind is, what if we don't qualify? Because, last time that we didn't, it made it a realistic possibility. Before it was like, oh, okay, USA, they'll qualify. Okay, yeah, no worries. But now they're like, well, it's possible to not qualify. So it's like, it's honestly like my situation here at Juventus right now. Past 10 years, 20 years, like Juventus is a team that, straight qualify, don't worry about it. But like this year, we're on the edge of like, okay,
Europa.
It's a possibility, these games that we have coming up are tough, and it'll bring out the worst and the best in everyone.
Right. Mm-hmm. You think if y'all don't qualify for Champions League, you're gonna see the same stuff with the fans at Juventus chasing after you?
I barely go in the city now as it is, and I for sure won't go in the city after that. But I have a complete belief in the guys and everyone to to get our shit together and stick together and win these last games, even though they're hard. We got a really hard schedule right now, but.
Brother, I got wait. I got a quick, just before we transition to talk about UA and all that stuff. Just on the national team, just a quick question, Russ. Do you think whenever y'all play Mexico, right, with the full team, do you feel like it's just another game, or do you feel like this is the rivalry that's been there for a lot of years? You know what I'm saying? Like the aggressiveness and all the importance of details in every match. Do you feel that you guys, or the group, not just yourself, but the group, understands the importance of playing against Mexico, whether you're home or away, qualifying away, friendly or not? Do y'all feel that importance of playing, or is it just another game?
I think it's honestly like most of the guys that are on the team have either gone through the youth national team system or, have had rivalries in the past. But like most of the guys that I've been around and that I've been in camp that I've played against Mexico with, have been through the national team system. They've grown up playing against Mexico. And I think that rivalry is kind of one of those rivalries that it just can't stop. Like it's like it's passed down from generation to generation to generation. You see videos, you get fired up from it. And me myself, like I'm a type of player that, regardless of rivalry or not, in there to bust someone up, to at least try or whatever. Now playing against Mexico, it's especially now, what happened with last Gold Cup final. I think the players are 1,000% understand the complete rivalry of the situation and are ready to, I'm not a dirty player, but are ready to, make something happen or
get stuck in. Yeah, because myself, I'm Gucci. You can take we were proud, and even especially before Goose got with the national team, we were proud to take that step over Mexico in our generation. What I'm saying? Because before Mexico was kicking our ass every single game. What I'm saying? Before the 2000s, Mexico was top dog in CONCACAF. And then obviously when the 2000s, the early 2000s hit, when Goose came to the team and everybody, we were the top dog in CONCACAF. You know what I'm saying? And then the past couple of years, just kind of went in a downward spiral. So I want us to get back to where we're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And I already know we got the talent. We don't got to get into all that. We just talk about talent, blah blah blah. We know y'all the top dogs. You know what I'm saying? But I just want us to get back to us being that top dog in CONCACAF.
Yeah, no. I mean we can only consider ourselves top dogs until we get the job done. So we haven't done that yet. So it's like you said.
Have you won anything yet with the national team? Like no Gold Cup, nothing, right?
I haven't won anything. No. Hopefully this summer will be the first silverware with the national team. And we'll see what happens.
Make sure you bring that photographer with you so we can capture that job.
No, he's for sure coming. Don't worry. I can get a couple shots of you and Beasley if you want too.
Is that I gotta pay him for that? Is that gonna come off your tab?
You want to talk shit?
I'm not paying for it.
Right back at you.
I'm not paying for it. I'll tell you that right now.
You gonna email us the picture and be like $25.99. Yo, crazy, man, crazy. Oh man, that's awesome. I think obviously when, like B said, when we were coming up, it was like this, the kids, the new age, this and that. You guys just took that to a new level, right? Christian, you, Tyler Adams, Gio, like the list goes on, Musa, like you guys, when you guys come into camp, do you think there's kind of like a rivalry? Not a rivalry, but like, you guys are all playing at amazing clubs and starting and playing. Is there kind of like, puffing your chest out a little bit?
I mean, it's
keep it real. Keep it. Hold on, Wes. Keep it real, Wes.
Come on, brother. Come on. I mean, obviously, like whenever you come into camp, it's if you're a competitor in general, you automatically come into camp like that. You come in looking at him saying, "Okay, come on, we'll dog you." Like when we playing, like, blah, I'll see you in Champions League. I'll see you this. I'll see you that.
That's what's up. Hey, that's what's up, yo.
Yeah, it's obviously like that. But the thing is also, we joke around about it a lot because me and Christian have known each other since we're 13. Me and Tyler since 15. Musa's just coming in now. We have Josh Sargent. You have Timothy Wave. You have all these guys that you've known for so long. So like there's in English terms, there's a lot of banter, of course. But at the same time, like it's an amazing thing that they're all at these high quality clubs, that we're all playing for high quality teams, because there's that just general sense of like drive and competitiveness, like on the field, with each other. Like we demand each other. And the fun thing is because, at each of the teams' respective clubs, like, they try and play at some point. So, maybe back in the day, it's maybe launch, big guy, athleticism, this, that. But I think the USA is kind of changing in a way where we still put that on the field, athleticism, drive, hunger, fight. But at the same time, you have the quality of players to be able to play and play in tight spaces, play those little fun, like people don't really understand, like those little like 5-yard passes back and forth between each other. They're fun. Yeah. They may look simple. They may look easy, but it's still like, you have
football.
Like, it feels like you're like in a park with your boys, doing pickup games, like okay, get it, turn, go. Like 1-2s, like that stuff is fun. And I think, the guys now, we're having a lot of fun with it, and we're really adapting and understanding each other as well.
Hey, listen, we have a lot of we're very deep right now, which is great for the U.S. national team, right? You got a lot of young players, different positions. But I want to hear from the horse's mouth. Who do you want to play in the midfield with?
I know you can. I know all y'all seen. I know all y'all seen Wild and Out. I plead the fifth.
Nah, this ain't Wild Out, boy. This is the crap. No. At the end of the day, you can only pick 2 or 3, right? But that doesn't mean the other ones.
All right. How about? All right, then. I don't know what's worse, if you guys give me a list and I choose, or if I just choose.
You choose.
I think honestly, I think Tyler Adams is your 6, straight 6. I don't know if it's what the plan is, if he's gonna be single 6, 2 6, 1 10. Like, I think for the players that we have, I think it's, you know.
No. What do you want? Not what the coach. What would you prefer?
I would prefer to be 1 6 and 2 8s.
Okay.
So I would put Tyler as a 6. I'd put me as an 8, and I would. It honestly depends. No.
Hey, y'all tripping. Y'all making this man answer who he want to play with.
He's sweating.
You know what I'm saying? He the coach.
And it's not that, but the problem is though, like it's a good problem. It's a good problem to have. You know, we do have some opportunities.
I'm open. I don't care. Like
it's all love. It's just reality.
I say my opinion. It's my opinion.
Greg don't care.
I ain't gonna have beef with no one that comes into camp because you know, change my mind then.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So it's, you know, for me, I would put Tyler, I would put me, and it's honestly a flip 3 between Christian in the midfield, Musa or Gio, because either of them can play out wide or in the midfield. So I think for the abilities, maybe Gio can stay in the midfield, and I would put Musa out wide or or Christian out wide, because I think Christian's one-on-one is unbelievable.
But I've never. I don't think the U.S. national team ever really played Musa too much out wide. So
I don't think they have, but I think he has.
But his club team, he does.
Yeah, he has the ability. He's fast. He has the ability to drive with the ball. He has the ability to take players one-on-one. He does it in the midfield, but I think he also adds the quality of maybe running in behind, which Gio is a player that more plays at his feet. He doesn't really run in behind. So he's more of your link play guy that, you know, you can link up with. So I put Tyler, me, Gio.
So, I like it. What do you think, Beach? I like it.
Yeah, I mean, he answered your question. Or
yes, I appreciate that.
Gooch's question.
That was Mookie's question.
Oh, Mookie's question.
I was just egging him on. I needed to see him sweat. He started stuttering. He's like,
Wes, you know, we're super proud of you, right? And you know, when you're out on the field, you're representing all of us, right? And you always do a job, no matter who you're playing with, what club team, which national team. You're the same Weston Mckennie. But I see some inconsistency with you with the starting lineup during the season, and I think it's injuries, but you know, they don't really tell us what's really going on. And you have a very deep midfield to deal with. How do you deal with mentally dealing with that? Because you'll play a good game, but there's also a damn good player on the bench who might have came on for or substitute for. And I know Pirlo has his own methods and his own strategies, but how do you deal with that? And what's been the journey?
No, I mean, it's one of those things. It's like up in the air because, you know, whenever I play here, we don't play, you know, the system that I feel like I'm built for. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm playing, you know, we play 4 in the midfield. I don't really like to play one of these 2. Yeah. But also, I'm not a big fan of playing these 2 out here. Like, I'm more of a straight 6-2 or like 2-6-1-10 type guy.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've you know, shown that I can adapt and I can play many positions in this, that. So it's also one of those things that I knew coming into the club. Like, it's not a Schalke, it's not a Freiburg, it's not a Leipzig. It's not one of those teams. It's one of those teams that's top 4 in the world, top 5 in the world, top 6 in the world. Like, it's a top club. So all of you guys know, if you don't perform or you have one bad game, there's someone right there that can step in and do the job just as good or better for that next game. And if that's not working, they got the money to go and buy someone that will.
There you go.
I've been trying to. That's the tough part. And we were talking about Christian before, right? In terms of he has a new coach. He had some injuries, and then they start winning. And to see him earn back his starting position and have the trust of the coach to start in the Champions League semifinal is a lot, and it's very hard to do.
Yeah, that's for every club.
Not every club, not every major club.
No, every big club, every club that can afford to have big players sit on the bench, international players sit on the bench. It's tough. You know what I'm saying? That's with all the big clubs. Everyone's international. Everyone can play, or you wouldn't be at that club, and it's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you get your chance, you gotta play and perform. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're your teammate, they're your homie. Y'all might be cool off the field. Y'all might have dinner. But when it's even in training, when you on the field,
competing.
we cool, but we ain't that cool. And I'm trying to eat just like you is. You know what I'm saying? I want to play. And I ain't speaking about money. I'm talking about playing. You want to play football. You want to play.
As a footballer, at some point, the money doesn't mean as much as just playing. If you're happy where you are. If I'm making millions and millions of dollars at one club, I'm not playing, but I can make a couple million less, but go and be a starter at some other club. I'd go be a starter at some other club.
There you go.
Like for us, people think they just all about the money. Of course, there's some players that are like that, but the guys that actually want a ball, the guys that want to play game, I don't really care about it. Yeah, it's a bonus. Of course, we got to eat too off the field, but on the field is where we enjoy, where we become someone, where we feel like we're something else, where we feel like we can just be free.
All
so,
right.
and back to the other point, it's like I said, like that's something I understood when I came here, and I'm completely honest with myself. I'm my hardest critic. I have good self-evaluation. Of course, there's games where I don't have a good game. The last game I played against Parma, I didn't have a good game. I can look at myself and I can tell myself that. And whenever I'm not in the starting lineup for the next game, I don't question why.
I've seen you have good games, and then you don't start the next game.
Yeah, no. I mean that's also something. It's one of those things. I don't know what the coach is thinking. I don't know what.
Sometimes it has nothing to do with you. It's just.
But it's also like if you've noticed his way or his coaching style. Like there's times where one game you have one lineup, and the next game you have 6 new players.
It's a rotation. Y'all play a lot of games as well, right? And I'm sure he wants to keep you guys fresh.
But
Gooch is a lot of rotation though. Like,
like you just said, like if he's not playing, there's other good players, high profile players that could get the job done as well. So it's not like you flipping a coin and saying, "Oh, this third-rate player is going to step in."
Well, maybe the reason
to be completely honest, and hopefully this doesn't backfire on me. Rotating like that, it
hurts.
It hurts the team's chemistry.
Exactly.
It doesn't give players time to develop and play consistently because you guys also know, you guys all played. When you're on a run, whenever you're playing good, whenever you have 3, 4, 5 games, you build up confidence, and you sit one game, you come back, you're wondering why you set. It messes your confidence up, and you're like, oh, okay, you're starting over.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. That's that mentality of football.
Exactly.
People don't understand like how tough that is. You know what I'm saying? Going through that
mental part. Yeah.
So it's his way of coaching. It's I have to accept that. I can't go be coach myself or something. I accept it whenever I get my time. I try and do the best I can. I give my 100%. If he's not happy with it, then he's not happy with it. I can't really do much about it.
I'm not going to ask you this question, but I'm gonna make a statement. I think that is the reason why you guys are not in sitting comfortable in the top 4 position, because it's the inconsistency. You know what I mean? But I also want to ask you, did you have certain injuries that they didn't make known to the public? But maybe that's not it.
No, I mean the one that's I'm pretty sure it's made known to the public. Like I have my lower back has been bothering me a lot. It still bothers me now. And then there's actually a lot of games where some people don't know where I'm actually playing injured. I'm playing with a bad back. I'm playing with, my messed up hip or something. But, I've always had that mentality. Like it's like I said, like it's such a big club that you really have no room to be injured.
Mm-hmm. Say that one more time, please. Say that one more time, because I mean, every athlete. I mean, I'm talking about in every sport. we all play through injury. That's the name of the game. You know, that's what it is. You know, you play through. No one plays the game in any sport really at 100%. Nobody does. But when it's a team sport, I mean, I'm kind of not talking about golf and all that kind of stuff. But when it's a team sport, and I'll just speak more so on football, like, and you, especially at a club like yours, you can contest to this, West. But like, you know that if you don't play, somebody's taking your spot. So if you can play and still help the team, and you only 75%, and Pirlo or whoever the coach is got confidence in you, knowing that you're still injured and you can play, you gonna play.
Yeah,
simple as that.
1,000%. I mean, you know, the only time I've really ever come off in my career, like pulled myself off, is because I actually can't play. But anytime, like I even tried to play one time at Schalke. I got up and, you know, I maybe tried to run for like 30 seconds, but that's because I tore my meniscus. But I tried to keep playing.
Yeah.
The time in national team, I rolled my ankle. It was impossible.
Yeah.
I've been, you know, at Schalke, I went in as a sub 60th minute in DFB Pokal, and 60th minute I broke my toe. I broke one of my toes. And like whenever I would run, it would feel like my toes in my shoe like this.
Oh,
and
man.
And the crazy thing is, we had no more subs.
Oh.
And we went to extra time, 120 minutes. I played a whole nother 60 minutes, not being able to stop correctly.
Yeah, with a broken toe.
He doing large circles in order to come to a stop.
Oh, really? No, it was really like I would be like to stop somebody. I'd have to go defend one-on-one. I'm like, bro, somebody come help me, bro.
We didn't all play through them days. Yeah, man.
It's one of those things, like, I think nowadays, you know, back in the day, you got an injury, like, it's like, put some ice on it, you good. Like, nowadays, it's like, here's an ultrasonic x-ray.
Yeah, straight up. Like, I was just about to say the same thing. Yeah.
It's
hey, this how you remember, because, you know, now you got, you know, the pods and check, you know, you're running and this and that to see how you dog Gooch. How many times you remember, you know what I'm saying, in camps, you'd be like this: all right, run for 30 minutes and then we're gonna check your pulse. Put your fingers
before
technology with sport.
I think I'm all right.
Yeah, put your fingers on your neck. Hey, count your pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, that's what we did.
Stop speaking on our age.
Wes, that's how we grew up, dog. We didn't have
180 over 72.
Wes, we didn't have watches. We didn't have the pods like towards the end of my career. We didn't have none of that.
But then why are you questioning why you didn't have a photographer?
What? Because I didn't have no hair. I told you.
Nice. If he was playing now, he would have had a videographer, photographer, and a choreographer.
He would have had a hairdresser now.
He would have some.
This is how you walk.
Hey, Wes, I definitely want to tap in and have a discussion with you about what's going on in the world, and obviously the social injustice, and having to see your country and to help with the fight being over there in Italy. Have you had any discussions about this with your teammates?
Honestly, with my teammates now, it's not as big of a discussion with them as it was whenever I was at Schalke, obviously, because, you know, we had other Black players at Schalke, and you have other, you know, guys that kind of pay attention to it. I also made my statement while I was at Schalke, so obviously it was a bigger conversation there. Here, obviously, you get the you know, you walk into training and it's like, yo, like, well, what the F is going on? Like, in America, like, y'all are crazy. Like, like how are you guys doing this? Like, of course, like, we have that type of conversation, but as far as anything else, like, it's not as big, you know, here with them as it was at my previous team. Definitely.
Yeah, but it's a little tough, and especially in Italy, you know, it's a little bit different environment, right? In terms of, you know, real quick, when Gooch went to go play for AC Milan, you know, he went from a Bama, dressing like a Bama from DMV, to all of a sudden this guru fashion icon. You know what I mean? How has your fashion changed since you touched down in Italy, man?
Bro, this is me.
Oh, he stood up.
He stood up. Yo, he stood up.
Goodness gracious.
I'm still at my roots, bruh.
It's still your roots. All right, cool.
It'll drop. Don't worry. It'll get Italian style get to you sooner or later. Once the world opens up and they start making fun of you on the street, you can be like, yeah, I gotta get this.
Bro, honestly, I don't even care. I'm one of those guys. I go in public, bro. I know my face gets the job done.
Huge part 2.
We can end the show with that comment.
Yeah, it's over.
Soundbite.
No, really, no, but really, like, it's so crazy how much they care about their look here. Mm-hmm. Like with Juventus, it doesn't matter where we travel, we have to wear a suit.
Yeah.
And it's probably like the second time I've ever had to wear a suit. Like I got here and I had to put the suit on. I was like, what is this? Like Champions League or
Shaka, y'all didn't wear suits?
No, we had like cardigan and like
a
little vest or whatever. But like here it's like I was like
it's probably an endorsement deal too though, Wes, right? They probably have to. It's probably
of course. But it's like it's every game.
When I was at Milan, the club was sponsored by Dolce & Gabbana, and all of a sudden, you go to your room, just your bed is full of all this stuff, and I'm like, what? All this stuff fitted. You find yourself assimilating, and then like, oh, I gotta go to Dolce. I gotta go to this place. I gotta get this. Place. I gotta do this.
But it's yeah. I mean, you want to be comfortable on a plane traveling 1 hour or on a bus 3 hours. Nope, you got a suit. Right? Here it is. Tied up.
Hey, Wes, man, since you proclaim yourself to be a pretty boy, man, what's up with the ladies in Italy? Are you single? What's going on?
Yes, I am.
You are single, man?
Got it out. Single as a Pringle.
And so I can tell the ladies that they can catch you as a gamer, and they can. I heard that your generation, y'all hook up while y'all playing video games and stuff like that, like online.
Yeah, no, I've met a couple on like World of Warcraft and Call of Duty.
See, Beasley, I was joking. Look at Beasley.
I'm just playing.
Worldcraft. I never heard of that shit.
Look at Beasley taking notes. Worldcraft. Beasley's taking notes. He's like World.
Yeah. Hey, how you spell that? Is that with 2 W's or
is that the new Tinder?
Hey, is that MySpace? Is there a .com?
MySpace? Nah, don't count MySpace now. Come on.
Oh man, that's crazy. Listen, the other day there was an incident that had you had a get together at your house, right? A poker game, right? Tell us a little bit what the hell went on, and we only hear from the papers, man. But I want to hear from the horse's mouth, because what I heard was that they allowed you to have this get together with your teammates, and then they flipped it on you.
No. So practically, this is what happened. So what happened was what happened was no. So I have my photographer here. I have my chef. I had Charles. I had Paulo, Arthur, and there was one other person and me. Mm-hmm. All right, and then we had 4 of the other friends here, and playing poker. Of course, we had music on. We had wine. We had all this stuff. Like we had food everywhere. We had pizza somewhere.
You had friends over.
Yeah, so literally friends over. Like not even playing like super loud music. Like I even went to the corner of the garden by the neighbor's house to see if you could hear it. You couldn't hear it, so everything was fine, good. And then all of a sudden I hear like my doorbell ring. I was like, oh, what could this be? I look at the camera. It's police, and it's what? One guy, and of course I'm kind of like, okay, like I'm a bit like, why are they here?
Turn the music off. Turn the music off.
Turn the lights off.
Of course. No, yeah. No, so like, honest story, like I went down to go and check on it like after a little bit, because I was like, oh, what do I do? And so like I think it's maybe like 10:30 at night. And I go down finally, and as soon as I go down to talk to the guy, like 3 more police cars pull up. And I was like, oh, what the? And I'm sitting there, and it's like, I'm like trying to play the I don't speak Italian card.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, okay, you don't speak Italian? Like, no problem. I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, he's speaking.
All right. Cool, yeah. Awesome. But I mean, you know, they came in, they looked, they only saw 10 of us, you know, because we had 10 people here. And after that, bro, it just blew up.
Yeah. And that's why I wanted you to talk about it, brother, because I wanted to hear from your mouth, right? What really happened. So I want people
I mean, it blew up, and, you know, we woke up the next day and it's like, there's 20 person party in Weston's house, blah, blah, this, that. And, you know, what's crazy is because when the police had come, you know, the neighbor had made a statement, and this is what I didn't like, is because the neighbor literally was like giving out interviews left and right about the situation.
They were trying to get clout. They were trying to get
and the most messed up part about it was literally maybe like 2 months before this incident, he came while I was parked in my driveway in my car, came with like a book and said, hey, can you sign this for me?
Wow.
And I signed it for him.
Wow. Show love.
and so, like, you know, and the police, like, I don't know what they saw. They obviously they ran the plates of the cars that were here, and the neighbor said, oh, I only called. It wasn't for the music. It wasn't because it was loud. I called because there was a bunch of cars parked out front.
What?
And I was like, but like, what does that have to do with the prices of tea in China? Like, what does that have to do?
Yeah.
Like I could have people that just stay at my house. Like, these could be my cars, like whatever. So the police came, obviously, and ran the plates, whatever. They knew Paula was here. They knew Arthur was here. They knew the plates that were here. So it's like, I pulled up and I have my driveway here, and then there's an apartment complex up there, and they, like, you know, were talking with me, and they're like, are you having a party? I was like, no, I'm having dinner, blah, blah, this, that. And literally, like, up across the side, there's always like 6-7 cars that are parked because there are people that live in the apartments. Yeah. And he was like, well, I mean, there's a bunch of cars here, blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
it's a street.
Those aren't my cars.
Right.
And then obviously, like, you know, anywhere, you can't come into someone's property or house or whatever without having a warrant or something like that.
No doubt.
And I'm not a legal person. I'm not a lawyer or anything, but, you know, my neighbor let them in through the front gate, the gate, like, to open to drive the cars in. And then I have another gate that comes into, like, my yard, my garden and everything. And they just busted through whatever. And you know, started banging on windows, putting flashlights through the door, like all this stuff. And it was like, you know, without any permission to come in, you know, so it was definitely one of those things that got blown out of proportion. It probably, you know, on my half, I probably could have gone out earlier to talk to the guy, but at the same time, it didn't have to go down like that. At the same time, it didn't have to be released in the public. But, you know, in this world, in the football world, everyone's out
the story that got released do you think that came from the neighbors or from the police telling people?
The thing is, it couldn't have been from the police, because when the police came, they literally took all the IDs from everyone that was here. It was 10 people. Mm-hmm. So how I don't see how the police would be like, yo, there's 20 people here. There's, you know, 30 people at the party. So, you know, it was definitely
somebody sold a story to TMZ.
Oh yeah.
Really? No, and so, like, literally I have to move. So I'm moving houses now in the summer. Because, you know, no privacy here. My neighbors, obviously, I'm not on a good terms with them. I have reporters and news people know where I live. They came and, you know, staked out at my house a couple of times already. And so, like, I'm just like, yo, it doesn't make sense.
Listen, though, Wes, what's up with you and neighbors, though, man? What's going on with you and neighbors? You ever heard of something called, like,
neighbors think I'm selling dope?
We have we have a segment called right, and let me tell you something, right? I keep on hearing about chicken wings. I keep on hearing about backyards. I don't understand what's going on with you and neighbors, man.
I don't know what's going on. Dude, you know what's going on?
I have no clue what's about to happen.
I don't understand what's going on with you and neighbors. You have something to tell me about Miami and chicken wings and backyards? That's how we going to end this conversation.
Hello?
What's up, Fly? Welcome to the Crack.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
You're all with Weston, Mckennie, Damarcus, Beasley, and Oguchi, Onyewu. I had to bring you up on this conversation because we were talking about neighbors. And Wes act like he don't know what chicken wings and backyard is about.
Yo, Fly.
Podcast. Ready to speak.
Dog, stop singing. Stop singing.
Oh my God.
Ready to speak.
Dog, stop singing.
Ready to speak.
Why is he singing?
Yo, Fly, you're not invited, bro, when I come to Florida now.
What is the Crack Podcast? So go get a load. Young youth.
That's what we're do intro.
That's how I do intro. Fly, what's up, man? But listen, you gotta tell us a little bit. I came in here and talk about chicken wings with Weston, man. He don't know what I'm talking about, man.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, man, listen. So what happened with the neighbors here in South Florida here last sometime?
Oh!
Got the coat on the door. Oh, yeah. You and John
bro.
in the backyard.
Nah, so Bees,
Unruly.
I'm gonna say it without an accent so you can understand it, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, trick dog every here, Sam, every damn word come out of my mouth.
So practically, literally, like we're in Miami, and I had people over, had a little party, whatever, this, that, and literally, like we ordered chicken wings and everything, and people would be eating chicken wings, and instead of throwing them in the trash, they throw them in the neighbor's yard. I mean, it's not like a short little fence. It's like at least like 15, 20 feet like high bush.
Wow.
So you gotta really it's not like
you gotta fling it.
ever like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you in charge. You in charge. You take them on the foot.
That's crazy.
Man, the funniest part is that I heard the neighbor put a note on your door.
Yeah, Charles woke up to a neighbor's note on the damn door, front door next morning.
Oh man, but listen, man, I just want to say, we're so proud of you, and thank you for taking time, and we're gonna come visit you in Italy once the world opens up, and
always welcome. Doors always open.
And make sure Gooch brings his Dolce Gabbana.
Well, we're not proud of him yet. He's still got a season to complete. Weston, keep running hard, and when you can score the goal, score the goal. You still got a ways to go.
I will Fly. Don't worry, bro.
Don't worry. Got us, man.
You keep making us light skin proud out there with your chef and photographer.
That's right.
And what have you.
That's right.
Real talk. What I'm more proud of is that you haven't changed, right? And how you said you're the same person from when you were here in America to where you were at Schalke to now where you're playing with one of the biggest clubs in the world. Keep that humility. It's going to propel you to places that you wouldn't even imagine. So all jokes aside, I'm proud because this next generation is excelling, like doing crazy things, right? And you're one of the engines in that. So, you're making your community proud of you, bro.
Appreciate that.
That's what's up, man. Good luck, Wes.
Thank you.
Much love to Charles, your photographer.
Yeah.
Charlie.
What up, Charles?
Hey.
What up, dog?
We're looking like you now, Bees. Damn.
Yeah, straight up. Hey, yeah, there you go. Long hair, long beard. We good to go now. We good to go.
And thank you, Fly, for tuning in.
Yeah. All lines open.
All right, respect, Fly.
Appreciate it, Wes.
All right,
Cool,
peace,
brother. Yeah.
Oh man.
Wow, you added Fly on the show. I was like, who are you calling?
Fly gave us a new intro.
Yeah, he did.
Too funny, man. Too funny. But man, we could have went on for another 30 minutes, but definitely Fly gave us a lot of good insight,
Yeah, Fly, if you could understand half of what he was saying, yeah, he gave a lot of good insight. Fly's laughing half the time, but Weston, man, what do you say? Everyone's talking about Christian and doing this and doing that, but this man he's turning heads, man. He's making us proud, like I said at the end, and I'm excited to see how he continues this journey in Europe and at Juve and everywhere else. So I'm happy that he finally came on the show.
Yeah, man, but definitely I'm looking forward to him to come back to the States and get a chance to chop it up with him and hang out a little bit, enjoy the Miami sun. But I'm definitely going to be wearing my Kanan sunglasses, one of our sponsors for our show today. I know, Bees, you're a person always losing your sunglasses because you have no hair in your head, so it's always falling off. The one thing good about Kanan is that it's you don't get it scratched up. It's time to make our outdoor experiences better with Kanan. Kanan sunglasses are made exclusively with polarized lenses for optimal clarity. They're made in Japanese optics that make your lenses clearer, lighter, and stronger. And Italian handcrafted frames that are impossible, Beasley, impossible to scratch. Use the exclusive code. That's KanonCast15. That's KAENONCAST number 15 at Kanan.com. And you receive 15% off your first pair. That's KanonCast15. Kanan, clearly the better sunglasses. I watch me this summer, I'll be rocking my Kanan looking, you know what I mean? I'm rocking my Kanan with my footballer. Ooh.
I can't wait to see you rocking Kanan with the footballer with your bangs.
Hey. Ladies love the bangs.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
But Bees, you'll have to close us out, man. Take us away today.
Hey, man, I'm just glad to finally get Wes on. You see how I like that, how confident he is when he speaks, by himself, about who he is as a person, not just as a footballer, but who he is as a man. So great to get him on. And yeah, man, just another show that I want you guys to like, subscribe to, what's the other word, Gooch?
Rate us.
Subscribe, follow us. There you go. Follow. I'm not up on this social media game. You know what I'm saying? So I get a little lost in it. But hey, as always,
Gooch, remember Friday and Saturdays?
Yeah, I got it. I'm with it. It started last week. I'm on it this week.
And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say the show was sponsored by Bet Online. Make sure you go check those guys out. And much love, peace, and hair grease. We out.
Peace.